What is going on, my beautiful people? The goal of today's video is going to be to do a MTB slam, and we are going to be using the Panfish and Trout box. I've seen a lot of these done with the bass box, but I've never seen one done with the Panfish or Trout box. So we are going to be targeting some panfish. We're going to see what kind of different species we can catch, and hopefully we're going to be able to complete every lure in this box. So let's go ahead. We are going to get in this box, see what's in it, and hopefully catch some fish. Of course, like always, we have a box in a box. But let's go ahead, we're gonna open this up, see what's in it. So of course we have our measuring tape, and then let's take a look here. We have a little rooster tail. That thing should be absolutely fire. We have a small crankbait. That's a pretty big crankbait though. It's gonna have to be a beefy brim to bite that. We have the dibble next, which is tips and tricks. Cast with confidence, some little bio power bait. Another little rooster tail. This one's more of a green and chartreuse color. We have just these little go minnows, some little bitty minnows. And then of course we have some small little grubs as well. All right, well, unfortunately, out of everything in the box, we're only gonna be able to use 3 of the lures, and that is this rooster tail, this little inline spinner, as well as the crankbait, because there aren't any hooks with the other 2 soft plastics, and I really thought that we would be able to use those because, you know, typically they come with hooks, but for whatever reason in this panfish box, there are no hooks, so keep that in mind if you're gonna be taking this out to try to fish. Luckily, there are some lures we can use. And I'm gonna start out with this crankbait and see if we can't manage to catch something on it, because I think this is gonna be the most difficult lure that we have. Oh, we got one. Oh, we got him. Yes, sir. One bait down. Freaking awesome. Yes. He munched it, and luckily that front hook there got him right in the mouth. Got to get my camera focused on the right thing. Look at this fish. And we got that front hook right there in that upper lip. This is a decent sized little bluegill. I got to get the pliers to get him unhooked. Luckily I did bring pliers because I did not realize there was going to be crankbaits in here. Luckily this little guy didn't fight too hard getting those pliers out, but you can just see how pretty this fish is. He's got a nice like orange and pink iridescence going up and down the side. A really pretty fish. He's a little chilly, and it looks like they are getting ready to spawn. Look how fat that fish's belly is. We're gonna go ahead and get this back in the water, and we're gonna move on to bait number 2. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna get rigged up with bait number 2. And we're gonna go ahead and go to this. This is a Suix Supreme, just a little inline trout, bass, and pike inline spinner. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get into this, and hopefully we're gonna catch some more fish with it. All right, lure number 2. This thing is heavy, so I'm gonna have to cast it and start the retrieve pretty early, but I think it's gonna get tore up. Let's see how long it takes. Oh, this is a big one. Oh, yes, sir. So I'm not gonna lie, that took a little bit longer, but 2 minutes and 4 seconds is what the camera's at when I'm bringing it back up to you. And not as big as the last one. I expected to catch a little bit of a bigger fish when he hit it, but overall a decent little fish. And again, just absolutely choked it. I mean, he's got 2 of the 3 hooks in his mouth. We are definitely gonna need to get the pliers out to get this fish unhooked, and then I'll show him to you again. Again, just another beautiful sunfish. Got that blue and purple iridescence you see. Let's go ahead and get him back in the water. All right, so we threw that other one around a little bit, but for some reason the blade on it's not quite working right. So it is time to go to the final lure, which is right here. And I am excited to throw this. It's bright green, it's chartreuse. This is gonna rattle around and make a lot of noise. The blade looks like it's gonna spin really well. I'm excited. Let's get after some fish. All right, so it's been 6 minutes and I made a bunch of different casts, but I think that I've spooked all the fish out of this hole. So we're actually gonna go upstream a little bit. I'm gonna leave the camera here. I'm gonna just turn it this way. And that way, if we catch anything, you'll be able to see it and I'll bring the fish back to you. Oh, wait. We almost got it back. Rest in peace, last lure. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for now. All right, everybody, well, that is gonna do it for this pan fishing video and the pan fishing trout kit. I mean, I like it. Some things I would have done differently. You know, 2 inline spinners was a lot. I get that they're different colors. Luckily, we did have 2 because we ended up losing 1. And I wish that there was hooks for those soft plastics. Like, there was 3 of the lures in this box that, because I didn't have any hooks, I wasn't able to fish. And you know, Mystery Tackle Box is known for releasing a product that, you know, you have everything in the box that you need to catch fish. Now you could make the argument, well, you had the 3 lures that you could use, but I had 3 lures that I couldn't use and I didn't have any hooks. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're gonna buy these boxes in the future. I probably wouldn't buy this box. I feel like there's cheaper alternatives to get pretty much the same stuff. So Mystery Tackle Box for trout or panfish, I wouldn't buy it again. Now, if it was for bass fishing, of course, I think that Mystery Tackle Box, especially if you find older boxes, were really good. They're still decent quality stuff, but you can tell that the quality of the lures have definitely gone down. And, you know, for the money, you're getting a decent bit of stuff, but how much of the stuff are you actually going to use again? So there's definitely boxes out there that I think are more value for what you're spending than the Mystery Tackle Box has become, and it's a sad truth. But let's go ahead and get into some good truth, and let's get into the verse of the week while we're out here in beautiful Mother Nature, spending some time And I mean, how can you not get spiritual when you're in a place that looks like this? All right, so today's verse of the week is coming from Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we not faint. So let's go through the inspiration and we'll jump into the prayer. Sometimes it's just plain hard being nice all the time. Sure, it's easy when people are nice back, but when you face opposition day after day, sometimes you just want to give up. Ask any customer service representative how easy it is to be nice to people who only want to complain. The customer may always be right, but they aren't always nice. Yet a customer service rep must maintain a pleasant attitude, even in the face of anger, cursing, and, unwise, unpleasant customers. That can't be easy. In this passage, Paul encourages the Galatians, who were a group of fickle people, not to give up the practice of doing good. He knew that if it was a weary business, he knew that it was a weary business, but he assures them that it will eventually be worth it when they reap the benefits. He knew that eventually good does triumph over evil, and that God's people are always rewarded for their faithfulness. Pray with me. Father, sometimes it gets really hard to do good. People make it hard. Help me to hang in there when I face opposition. Help me to do good, even when no one else seems to. Give me the strength and the stamina to see it through, knowing that I will reap a bountiful harvest if I do not lose heart. Thank you for your encouragement. Amen. And I work in the customer service field, and sometimes people definitely make it really hard, whether it's that Facebook post, or even if it's people in your own life that are constantly seeking you out just to disrupt you and to cause you to trip. Keep your faith, remember who you are, and don't let them take your integrity. You are ultimately in control. Lean in God for help, and I'm sure you'll find it. Hope you all have enjoyed this video. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and always remember, when nature calls or God calls, you better answer. Peace.